Hello everyone. This is just going to be a RuneScape video, and I haven't been playing RuneScape lately, but I do log in sometimes to get my rested experience for Fort 3, and then I do managing miscellaneous sometimes. So every once in a while, I'll get my approval rating back up, and just like every once in a while, just kind of collect from my chest and make some money and put some money back into the kingdom. But that's really about it. Just taking I've just been taking a bit of a rest from RuneScape. I've been playing more playing like other games, like playing more Xbox and stuff when I'm playing some video games. So, but yeah, I still want to make some RuneScape videos. Sometimes I could still do my RuneScape news videos, but I haven't really found anything too interesting that I wanted to make any news videos about. In the future, I'm going to make some more RuneScape news videos, but just kind of just kind of waiting for some more kind of interesting articles. But also I do like to just make some actual videos like in the game. But yeah, I haven't really been when I do log in, I haven't really been doing much. But the reason I'm making this video, I wanted to kind of just talk about and just show off this like money making method. It's pretty simple. It's not the most amount of money, but I found this cool. It was in a chivalric video, and I think it's also on the wiki. But basically, you just collect cabbages, and I kind of found that cool because you can make a decent amount of money. But I think it's kind of cool because you don't have to interact with any of the content. That was one thing I remember. Like a lot of me and my friends. Apologies for my cough. But yeah, a lot of me and my friends, what we were like years ago when it was like RuneScape 2, we kind of just, we just like were free to play, and we would just kind of, just kind of find like simple money making methods, not really interacting with like a lot of the content. I remember we used to go to like hill giants and collect like big bones and sell those. That was kind of like what I did for money making, and then like a little bit of experience there sometimes. Over time, and then just like some other. That's really like when a lot of when I was free to play. Just like really just kind of was just trying to like make money. But RuneScape 2 is like just a different economy. And I know there's lots of way better ways to make money, but I just found this like just want to make this video because it's like kind of cool with collecting cabbages. That you can kind of collect some cabbages, and if I go to my currency pouch here, some of this too, they did change like double experience, so there's less double experiences in the game right now. I'm not sure how many double experiences they're gonna have every year in the future, but my double experience tokens that I had left over didn't have very many. They were converted into like a bit of GP, so they're I don't know, I think maybe like 10,000 or 11,000 K or whatever is from converting it. Just I logged it, just converted the double XP tokens to money. But I was doing like just picking cabbages, and that was like that's why I kind of found it cool, where it's like I don't have to. You could be free to play. You could be a member. You could just you don't have to have. There's no requirements. You just have to go to these areas and just pick cabbages and go to the Grand Exchange. And I see that in a chivalric video, and I was like, oh, that's really kind of cool. And I went and checked it out, and yeah, there's like actually, it's a way to make money without having to interact with any of the content. So you could make a new account, you could be free to play, and you could start making some money. But yeah, I've just been doing this like every once in a while, and I tested out like I in about like an hour, maybe a bit over an hour, I was able to make like 1 mil. So you can make like 1 mil an hour, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go. Just go to my bank here. I got 20 cabbages. Another thing too, I did buy. Another change I did was, I logged in like a while ago and they changed like quick teleporting now. So to quick teleport, instead of having Viswax, there's no more Viswax or anything. There's no more Rune Goldberg machine. So I just got some law runes. So if I want to do quick teleports, you just use them with law runes. So I think that's definitely the new quick teleport system is way better than the whole Viswax thing. You know, I know Viswax was like part of rune crafting and everything, but I do think law runes for quick teleports is a lot better. So that's really about it. My bank is the same, and then I did buy this, the Saradomin's Whisper, and I just wanted to buy this just for a cool amulet to have, for some different melee gear. So I think it was, I don't know, I think I got this for like, I don't know, it was like 80K or something like that, I think. But it's a pretty older item, but it's got some pretty good stats for you know, a basic melee setup if I want to use that. So, you know, that's about it for the bank. Everything is the same. And so I have 20 cabbages. Yeah, I'm just gonna go pick some cabbages and sell them on the Grand Exchange, and that'll be it for like kind of this video. Just like talk about some other RuneScape stuff while I'm doing this. But I am in Draenor Village, and there's a Falador cabbage patch right over here. And then there is one in Lumbridge too. If I could zoom in here. It's like over, but it's over here. If I could zoom, it's by the Kingdom of, or, you know, Missalin or whatever that's called. But it's over here. You can get either of the cabbage patches. I've just been doing this one because it's like closer to the bank, but the Lumbridge one is pretty close to the bank too. I'll go there in a second, or in a bit. But yeah, yeah, other like RuneScape videos I want to make is I'm still waiting for there. Let me just because I'm recording here, the graphics don't load if I open the map. But you just go here, you just pick cabbages, which is pretty cool. And again, you know, I don't think you'd want to do this like, you know, all the time, but you know, if you did this like a couple times a week, you can make a couple mil, which is pretty good. So yeah, like normally, like I'm listening to music, or I'm listening to like a YouTube video or something. I'll just like kind of pick some cabbages. That's what I've been doing in RuneScape, and just making some money, which is kind of cool. You know, on the Grand Exchange, they don't always sell for like, you can just sell them as their default price, and just like leave them and they'll sell. But then, you know, I would kind of like lower them like a little bit, but it just kind of depends. You just like put your sale price, and it does they do sell. It's kind of cool because people do buy cabbages, because you can eat them, and it consumes 3% adrenaline while in combat and heals 210. And they are, let me go, where's the price checker? There it is. So one of them, so yeah, so 1347. So that is pretty good, I think. But yeah, no, other RuneScape videos like I want to make. Still waiting for the updates to come out. There's the player model rework. I think that's what it's called, and they're just updating all of the player animations. Not animations. The player models. So like they look a bit more modern. Jagex is still working on that. I know there's a beta out, but I think that's coming out in June. I think it comes out on June 8th. They delayed it like a couple weeks to fix some bugs and glitches, which is fine. I want to make a video on that when that comes out. And then also 120 construction and the player-owned house rework. I did a news video on that a while ago, but I think Jagex wants to release that in the summertime. There's going to be another news post before they release it, but then, you know, I'm not interested in training to 120. I've never been interested in 120 skills. I think the capes look really nice, but and some of the content for 110s, 120s, I think some of the content's pretty cool, I think. But for me, I'm not really interested in doing the 120 construction or any of the skills. But I want to make a video like once I build a new house, because with the construction update, everyone's gonna like lose their house, and then you'll have like this like chest, I guess, and then all of your items that you're keeping, all items that are kept with the new update, they'll be in there, and then from there you can, you know, go build a new house. So I would like to, once I build a house, I'd like to make a video on that. And also, like I talked about before, like managing miscellanea. I do that every once in a while. They're supposed to have, Jagex hasn't talked about it in a long time, but they're supposed to have like a managing miscellanea update where they're going to kind of improve some of the user interface. I don't know if that update's coming out. They haven't talked about it in a long time, but that would be pretty cool to see that update. And then also they're going to have like, I think it's a technical improvement. They're going to improve like a lot of different kind of graphical things in the game. I remember it was in one of my news videos. I talked about that. That'd be a cool video to make that'd be a cool update to make a video on. And yeah, that also like they're going to improve the Grand Exchange. I think they want to kind of have some Grand Exchange improvements. So yeah, just, those are kind of the RuneScape videos I want to make, but I just have to wait for those updates to come out. Yeah, as you can see here, picking cabbages is pretty quick. Just because I'm recording here, it doesn't load right away, but that's okay. But yeah, this is kind of way to make some money. So I'm not going to pick a ton of I'll pick like 100 cabbages. After this inventory, I'll go to the Lumbridge one, and then I'll get like 100 cabbages and I'll sell them on the Grand Exchange. And yeah, so yeah, other than that, like with RuneScape stuff, I watch a couple of RuneScape YouTube videos sometimes, but I know Jagex said they're working on a new skill. Normally I think at RuneFest they show that off, so I don't know if when they have RuneFest this year, if they're gonna, or I think it's RuneFest, whatever, but they have like the big RuneScape events. But it would be cool to see like a new skill. I don't know what skill they're gonna add in. A couple of videos I was seeing, people have talked about, quite a few different YouTubers for RuneScape. They've talked about like I guess astrology or like astronomy. That could be a skill. There's no surveys or anything right now, so I don't know if there's going to be a survey for a new skill. I think they're just going to release a new skill. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see like in the future, the next couple of years, if they have a new skill. That would be kind of cool to see what skill they add to the game. And yeah, it's really about it. I haven't when I play on here, I haven't been socializing or anything. I've just been going to kind of this is world 30, so I just kind of go to like an unpopulated world. Other worlds I go to world 1 and I go to world 72. Those are kind of the worlds I play in, but if I want to socialize more, sometimes like I'll go to like some more popular worlds. I know world 2 is pretty popular. There's world, I think it's like world 79, world 84. There's also world 4, just different countries, different servers, different levels of players online, but you can always go to the Grand Exchange and socialize. But I haven't really been socializing or anything on here lately. But yeah, this is again, this is something I don't think you'd want to do this like all the time, kind of a thing, picking cabbages. But like I said, just pick cabbages a couple times a week. If you don't want to interact with any of the content, you can just pick cabbages and make some money, which I think is really kind of cool. So yeah, let's go to the Lumbridge one then. Lumbridge is here. Oh yeah, no, so another thing before I teleport here. So yeah, that's the map. So yeah, quick teleporting works the same. I don't have it turned on, but you can just, press the button, you can charge them with law runes, which I do think is pretty cool. Only thing though too is like law runes, you can still make some money with law runes if you're rune crafting, but Viswax was a good way to make some money if you had all the runes. But so definitely an improvement, I think, with the quick teleport thing. But I think Viswax is good that it's they changed some stuff with rune crafting and they removed that from the game, and quick teleports are better. I think that is pretty cool. It's just the only thing with Viswax is I was able to make quite a bit of money with Viswax, but I just sold all the runes. I just sold all my runes I wanted to, and I got the money from it instead. But I was able to make a good amount of money. I was able to make a good amount of money with Viswax. But so here's the Lumbridge cabbage patcher. It's by Lumbridge here. And yeah, it's just I just like remember like seeing I never did any of the money making methods, but like before, like people would do, they would just kind of collect items in the game and make money. I remember that was like a a big thing, and it's still a moneymaker in this game, but in RuneScape too. I think it's an old school RuneScape also, but there's just money making methods. People go on the wiki and look them up, where you just like collect a certain item and sell them on Grand Exchange. And that is pretty cool. So yeah, it's pretty quick here to collect them. And yeah, so 100 cabbages is like just a bit over 100K. I just dropped the cabbage seeds. But yeah, it is pretty cool that you can collect them pretty quickly. And there's always lots of worlds that are unpopulated, and even if you went to a populated world, I don't think a lot of people are picking cabbages. And again, like I said, this is not the best money maker in the game. There's way better money makers, but I just found this kind of a simple way to make money. It's kind of cool, and yeah, it is pretty cool that it's like you don't have to interact with any of the content. You don't have to have requirements. You don't even have to be a member. And yeah, you can just go pick some cabbages. Actually, let me look at. I have my phone right here. Let me look at. Let me look if I think cabbages are free to play. Let's see. I think they're free to play. Yes, cabbages are entirely free to play in RuneScape 3. You can easily harvest them from various unrestricted spawns across the world, such as the large patches north of Lumbridge or south of Falador, which offer dozens of respawning cabbages. So yeah, they're free to play. So that's really cool. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's just like it's good for the RuneScape economy, I think. And it's good to generate some money. Like, I think it's really cool. And yeah, so these are both right near a bank. Both the Lumbridge one and the Draenor one, so that's really awesome. Yeah, even if you just did this like once a day, like if you just collected like 100 cabbages a day, or if you just collected an hour of cabbages a day, you could make like 100K a day, or you could make like $1 million a day. That is definitely cool. Again here, just because I'm recording, just have to do that. So yeah, okay, so I got 104. So let's withdraw them. And then let's go to the Grand Exchange. This is also cool for free-to-play players because, when I started playing RuneScape, RuneScape 2, like I said, just was doing like big bones and stuff. When I played free-to-play on RuneScape 2, I didn't really play that much. I didn't have any high-level stats. But then when I started playing RuneScape again, I made this account. Started playing RuneScape 3, was just a member, and then just like once I started playing, I was a member, and then just started doing mining. And mining is a good way to make money. You can still sell some, even if you're just selling, mithril ores or adamant ores, even some of the other ores out there, a lot of the free-to-play ores, and even some of the other members' ores, like you can make some good money in mining and level them up. Mining was my first 99 that I got. Although with a lot of the 99s that I got in RuneScape, as I got into like the early 90s, late 90s, I did use Treasure Hunter to get some experience lamps, just to kind of get some 99s quickly. But yeah, when I was training and everything, I did make a lot of money mining. Yeah, and then once I got my 99s, then from there I just kept training the skills that I wanted to train and got a few more levels after 99. I never used if I had extra experience lamps, like back when there was Treasure Hunter, if I had extra Treasure Hunter lamps or whatever, I would put that into some skills that are already 99, just like kind of get to maybe like level 100 or whatever. But most of them I would get bonus experience. I put a lot of bonus experience in skills I had left over from Treasure Hunter. Yeah, I never really, most of the time with most of the skills after 99, like I just kept training them by like doing the content. But a couple of the levels in there after 99 were like from some Treasure Hunter and some bonus experience and everything. But that's that's totally okay. But yeah, just thought I'd talk about that doing a lot of the people can always look at money making guides on YouTube and the wiki, but yeah, whether it's free to play or members, just interacting with a lot of the skills, like you can make a lot of money, but we just wanted to show like the simple money making method. But yeah, so we're at the Grand Exchange and we're gonna sell. So yeah, 104 cabbages is 137K. I don't know if they're gonna sell the default price. Sometimes they do. There we go. They sold the default price. So yeah, there we go. I was able to make 137K. Obviously, because I'm recording and talking and everything, I didn't collect as many. If you just, like just collect as many cabbages as you want, you can, make as much money as you want. But yeah, that is really cool to, be able to just make a bit of money doing this. This is really cool. So yeah, that's really awesome, I think. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video and just talk about like some other RuneScape stuff and just make this video on this moneymaker. So, so yeah, that is it's a simple way to make a little bit of money. So that is that's really cool. And so yeah, I'll make some other RuneScape news videos in the future, and I'll make some other RuneScape videos in the future too. But yeah, just wanted to make this video, and yeah, so yeah, that'll be it for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.